The Acura ILX was introduced just a few years ago, and it was meant to compete with vehicles in the compact luxury sports sedan class, and enthusiasts were hoping it was a strong revival of the Integra sedan that came out a few decades ago. With too many similarities with the Honda Civic, a hum exterior and interior design, and the lack of special luxury goodies resulted in weak sales of the ILX. So Acura decided to go back to the drawing board, and for 2016, the ILX sees a host of new improvements that should make it a much more competitive vehicle this year. So let's go ahead and check out this 2016 Acura ILX A-Spec. Now essentially we do have the A-Spec package here, and it is a new package for the 2016 model year, and it does spice up things a little bit when it comes to the exterior and interior styling of the vehicle. It comes with these pretty distinctive looking 18-inch alloy wheels, and then we also do have fog lights on the vehicle. And then for the 2016 model year we also do have revised styling. We have the new jewel-like headlight design that Acura has introduced on the RLX a few years ago. And then we also do have the front beak grille too. And then when you get to the rear you do have revised taillight designs as well. But overall I'm a pretty big fan of the new exterior styling. Now here goes the key fob for the vehicle. It is a smart key. Fairly good looking and high quality looking key fob here. You do have your lock, unlock to release your trunk, and then your panic button. Now it is a crystal black exterior color with smart key access on the driver's door and front passenger door. Now since we also do have the A-Spec trim, we do get the black headliner and then the suede and leather seats here. Love these seats. Power driver's seat with power recline too. Now stepping on into the interior here, step-in height is fairly low, and I'm loving the new updates for the ILX. It's a much higher quality and more rich looking interior design with much better looking materials overall, and much more up to date too. Doesn't look as ho-hum as it used to be. And as you can see, we also do have the new dual screen setup that Acuras and Hondas have now. However, I'm pretty surprised that they didn't put their new push button gear shifter. Now, we do have aluminum sport pedals since we do have the A-Spec trim. Push button ignition. Just put your foot on the brake and hit the button to start, of course. And what you're hearing there is a 2.4 liter 4-cylinder. Now you do have a leather-wrapped steering wheel. Overall, I do love the grip of it. Pretty nice. Now coming to your transmission, even though we don't have the new push-button gear shifter, we do have a new 8-speed dual-clutch automatic transmission, however. Putting the vehicle into the S mode, you can manually shift the vehicle via the paddle shifters. Putting the vehicle into reverse displays your rear view camera with guidance lines and trajectory as well. Overall, it's a fairly large looking rear view camera too. You can also change the different views by pressing down on this dial right here. You have a wide angled view, and then a top down view, and then your normal view. Then your e-brake is located right here too. And I'm gonna go ahead and turn on the headlights. You also do have fog lights too, and the hazards. The driver's window and front passenger window are fully automatic in the ILX. And let's go ahead and pop up the hood and check out the engine bay. Heated exterior mirrors with blind spot detection. Love the wheels on the ILX with this A-Spec trim. LED headlights with LED turn signals. I love those LED turn signals. LED daytime running lights too, and halogen fog lights. Love the dual headlight design. Now under the hood here, we have a 2.4 liter inline 4-cylinder producing 201 horsepower at 6,800 RPM and 180 pound-feet of torque at 3,800 RPM, with the EPA estimates being a pretty good 25 in the city and 36 on the highway. And it is front-wheel drive. Now when you put this powertrain up against some of its German rivals, you'll find out that the Acura ILX is pretty slow and is lacking a little bit of power. But it does have pretty good fuel economy, I have to say. Now this powertrain does provide decent acceleration for your daily commute, but I wouldn't say it's exhilarating. It certainly won't set your soul on fire. Now even though the vehicle may offer a new 8-speed automatic transmission, enthusiasts may miss the 6-speed manual that was available in the previous model year. Now I'd say competitors of the ILX, its main direct competitor is certainly the Buick Regal, but now with these host of new updates you can certainly put it up against German rivals like the Audi A4, Mercedes-Benz C-Class, and the BMW 3 Series, as well as the Cadillac ATS. Shark fin antenna on the top right there, rear window defroster, then we also do have LED taillights too, and these new rear reflectors. Love the new taillight design. And on the A-spec trim we also do get this pretty nice looking rear deck lid spoiler. Now, like I said, EPA estimates are 25 city, 36 highway. Total vehicle price for this particular one is $32,810. Chrome interior door handles. Of course, you have all of your basic power necessities, power windows, door locks, power mirrors, memory seat settings for 2 people. I have to say, this vehicle isn't really that bad for $32,000. Certainly has a decent amount of luxury. And let's go ahead and rev it up. Very nice. Now build quality and materials inside of the ILX here is pretty good. Nice soft touch materials up here on the upper door panel. Soft touch on the dashboard. Down here, however, it's hard touch. But they have to cheapen out somewhere. This car is a pretty good value in the class. Also nice soft touch up here too. Build quality is also pretty excellent. You won't find many panel gaps inside of here. And the fit and finish is very nice. Overall, build quality and materials are pretty good, given its price. Now the 2015 ILX was certainly lacking a lot of safety features that many luxury cars have nowadays. And the only safety feature it really did have was a rear view camera. But that all changes for 2016, and you can expect many more safety features available, like lane departure warning, blind spot detection, adaptive cruise control, as well as forward collision warning. which makes the ILX much more competitive in this class. Now coming to your climate controls, I love how simple and clean these climate controls look. You have dual zone automatic climate control. Here goes your temperatures right here, your different zones, and then your fan speeds, rear window defroster and front window defroster. Very easy to do. Then you have your heated seats for the driver and passenger. Coming down here you have your cup holders, and then your center console lid is also nice soft touch and stitched. Down there you will find a USB port, a 12-volt power outlet, and an HDMI input. Coming up there you have your auto dimming rearview mirror, garage home link, interior illumination lighting, which are LEDs, and then you have your sunroof with your sunroof controls, and a sliding shade too. Headliner is also nice and plush. I love this headliner that comes on the A-Spec model. Now as far as visibility goes on the ILX, it is pretty good. You have a decent amount of side glass area. Outward visibility is okay. This vehicle is fairly small. The rearward visibility is okay. Now coming to the steering wheel design, I think the steering wheel is fairly high quality looking and stylish. You have your steering wheel mounted audio controls, your Bluetooth phone controls, and then your cruise control buttons right here. And then you have your intermittent windshield wipers. Coming down here is where you will find your manually tilting and telescoping steering wheel. Now coming to the gauges, I really do love the new gauges as well, and they do look pretty sporty in my opinion with the red needles. And then the font is pretty clear and easy to read, very bold. Now coming to that little screen right there, basically it shows you various amounts of vehicle information. You have your oil life percentage, your exterior temperature readout, and then your trip odometer. Then you also do have your tire pressure monitoring, average speed, fuel range, average fuel economy, basic stuff there. Now a new feature available for the ILX is the Siri Eyes-Free system. It is a pretty cool feature. It's like a built-in Siri system, but of course you do have to have the iPhone. But overall I do love the Siri Eyes-Free, and it is coming out on a lot of vehicles nowadays. Now coming to the main head unit, you do have the new dual screen setup. Now I'm not a huge fan of this new setup here, and it is what you will find on many of the latest Acura and Honda products. Now coming to this screen right here, this is a touchscreen. It controls all of your audio and then your climate controls as well. And then up there is for other stuff like your phone and then your apps too. Now I love the responsiveness of this screen right here. It's very lightning quick, but your different media sources do include AM, FM, XM satellite radio, your CD player, USB port, Bluetooth streaming audio, Pandora internet radio, and then your AHA internet radio as well as your HDMI input. And then you can have shortcuts too, and then you have your sound settings right there. Now coming to that screen up there, it's basically controlled by these buttons and this dial right here. And then coming to phone, you can pair up your Bluetooth phone, have your call history, and then your speed dial on there too. You can also change the brightness of these two screens too. Then coming to info, shows you your trip computer, your clock, and your wallpaper, history of your recent trip, gives you your average fuel economy, etc. And then coming to settings, you can change many different settings like phone settings, camera settings, vehicle settings, system settings, app settings, and your audio settings. Many different settings on this vehicle. But let's go to vehicle settings. Then you have your blind spot info. You can adjust the outside temperature display. Many different things you can do. Memory, position link, language selection. You can change settings like the keyless access beep, keyless access light flash, interior light dimming time, many different settings here. But overall, I wish they would put everything onto this touchscreen right here. I think it would just be much more simple. And then I just love the responsiveness of the touchscreen, and they just put everything on to this little screen right here, they have a pretty fantastic infotainment system overall. But since they have the dual screen setup, it does make it a little bit more complicated to use and much less user-friendly to use on a daily basis. Now, I really do love these seats that you get on the A-Spec model. They're very, very comfortable. I think I would take this vehicle on a long road trip. And you do have a nice amount of side bolstering. The headrests are also decently plush too. And they hold you in place pretty well and without feeling too firm. And then the thigh support is decent as well. Now overall, the driving dynamics of the ILX is decent. You have a pretty good balance between ride comfort and handling. The ride is fairly comfortable overall for your daily commute. And then the handling, the steering is fairly responsive and you can feel for where the vehicle is really trying to go. But where the ILX really lacks is certainly in engine power. If this vehicle really wants to compete with the Germans, they will certainly have to upgrade their powertrain, probably to a V6 powertrain. But they do have the TLX for that. But if they just really want to compete with those vehicles, they will have to offer a more powerful engine. Alright, and I'm going to go ahead and shut down the vehicle. Let's go ahead and check out the rest of the car. Now, trunk space isn't too bad. These rear seats don't fold down 60-40 split, however, they come in one whole piece. Build quality and materials do follow through in the rear. You still have chrome interior door handles back here. Now, one thing I'm surprised that they skimped on here was the lack of a map pocket. I mean, this is supposed to be a luxury car here, so I would expect at least dual map pockets. But at least they do give you a map pocket. No rear air vents back here either. They do skimp out on the luxury when it comes to the rear passengers. You do have cup holders back here and a rear center armrest. But overall, the seats themselves are fairly comfortable and supportive. There's an okay amount of legroom, but certainly if you're looking for much more legroom, go with the TLX. This isn't the most spacious vehicle here. And this is where my driving position would be. I'm about 6 foot. Headroom is also lacking quite a bit too. My head is almost touching the ceiling. However, at least you do have adjustable headrests. Alright. Powered passenger seat with power recline. Nice glove box. Lined with felt. Pretty high quality overall. So with its upscale interior, good fuel economy, many standard features, it's good bang for your buck, as well as its decent balance between ride comfort and handling, the 2016 Acura ILX is a decent choice in the compact luxury sports sedan class. It may lack the power of European competitors, but it's certainly with these new upgrades, it should make a pretty compelling vehicle overall. So remember that this is Cameron Birch from Cameron's Car Reviews.